is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning and welcome into the Morning App on 90.5 WASU, and we have the new crew. This will hopefully be the new crew for next year, barring any suspensions, disqualifications, as we, wade through the pool of potential people. That's you guys. Only you guys.
Appreciate
so I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be the ones for next year. I'm Joshua alongside Katie, Dovy, and Justin. We all know Dovy, but Katie and Justin have been on a couple of times, not many, but will hopefully be the regulars. How is everyone doing?
I'm doing great, dude. This is the last day of classes, man.
Yeah.
For the semester.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This
Feels
week,
like Friday.
Yeah, no, this week has felt like an eternity. Like Monday and Tuesday were like the longest days. Like, it feels like it should already be the end of the week. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, just like a ball of stress. I'm just trying to get through this right now. I'm just so tired.
I'm definitely going to sleep in as long as possible tomorrow for reading day. Like, I'm totally taking advantage of that.
I'm trying to get out tomorrow. Gosh, it's going to be like 80 degrees.
oh yeah, it's gonna be really
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah.
But see, we all have like exams and stuff we need to do research for and work on, so it's like, I want to go, but I shouldn't. I should stay in.
Reading day is for procrastination.
No, it's for reading.
I'd rather just take a fall.
No one's doing that.
App should have
Just you.
App should have like an outdoor library where it's like a library, but it's all outside somehow.
Why
I don't
would
know,
you
that'd
mix something that's
'cause
so amazing with something that's so
I don't know. Well, because then you get more sunlight, you get more energy. Everybody's in a good mood. I mean, the books might get wet if it rains, but
And when do they get faded too? Maybe faded? I don't know, by the sun?
yeah, well,
There's a lot
no
of
one
issues
reads
here.
books. They're
Well,
just
I
on
know,
their
so
laptops,
why
so-
put it outside?
I don't know. I just want to be outside more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And studying confines me to the walls of the libraries and everything. So.
See, when I go outside and try to study, then I just get really distracted, and then I'm just like, oh look at all
A
the
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dog every
Honestly.
time.
Yeah, there's always a dog out there.
My only one complaint that I have, maybe not for this campus, just like every single time it's really nice outside, there's only one place that everyone goes to, and that's Sanford. It's like
Yeah.
there's really not another place on this campus where you can go and
That's a
like
good
hang out. It's like everyone is just so crowded there. It's why
I've
don't
been
we-
going to the park right next to that tennis court.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where I've
a
been going too.
Lovely
Yeah.
place to just sit on the bench or like hang up there.
But I don't want to
You
tell
know.
people that it's there because
Exactly,
then they'll
yeah.
all like flock to
Well,
it. Like I feel like
I
get
just
another spot.
accidentally told everyone on the
Thanks,
show,
Dovy.
so
That
Nice.
was our secret spot.
but it's still 8 o'clock, so there might be hope.
Get there before everyone else does on this last day of class. But because of the new crew, we're trying to implement a couple things. I don't know how this will go. We'll see if it even lasts till next semester. But I thought about doing a little wacky Wednesday type deal where each day, of course, on the Morning App, we talk about different articles, different topics. But I figured on Wednesday, every single day next semester, every single Wednesday, we'll talk about the wackiest articles that we have, or just the weirdest things possible that we can find. Like, I have one right here that one of the most expensive vodka bottles in the world was stolen, then returned, dented, and empty. So it was a $1.3 million gold, encrusted vodka bottle with a diamond top. What? Okay, worth 1.3
million.
Yep, in Copenhagen.
What?
And the location of it was known to only a very few people. But
I guess millionaires?
I would guess. I mean,
so.
Dude, that vodka would have to clean my liver.
Well-
for it to be worth that much.
let me tell you, it's described, the vodka, as made with melted snow from the French Alps. Very tasty and smooth, apparently. Yeah. It
Melted
sounds like
snow.
a absolute dream. The bottle was created by Darts Motors, a car manufacturer in Riga, Latvia, and fitted with an original 1912 leather ribbon from the company's first Monte Carlo rally car. So not only is it gold, it's also got all that other stuff and ribbons and everything. But it was placed in a pub, I think Cafe 33 in central Copenhagen, It actually has also made an appearance in that House of Cards series, in which they said it was like worth $750,000. Obviously, it's worth a lot more than that. But someone snuck in. The camera caught them. Obviously, didn't get their face or anything. But they had a key to the door, got in, went straight to where it was. So someone knew exactly where it was. They stole it, and this was on a Tuesday. And this actually happened a little bit ago, but I've been wanting to talk about it because it's really cool. So it happened on Tuesday. Police searched for it all the way until Friday, when it was returned to them, dented and empty. Like, the person just obviously felt bad that he stole it because he knew what it was, and apparently...
Okay, I thought he tried to return it, and then he tried to get his money for it. I thought he successfully pulled that off.
Well, he did. He stole it, and then a couple days later, he felt bad that he stole it and returned it.
Returned it to, like, the police? Or
he returned it to, like, the doorstep. Like, put it back on the doorstep. It was empty and dented.
It's like, I just wanted to get drunk. I didn't want the bottle.
Do they do they know who it is, though?
No, they still don't.
Because I feel like if he had a key and everything, and there were only a few people who knew where it was, that they'd be able to narrow it down. But
you would think, but they have no evidence, like no fingerprints, no nothing. And I mean, a guy close to the situation, like, told the person who owned it. He said, "Hey, I think I know who stole it." And he's, very upset about that he took it and everything, wants to return it. Eventually, he did return it, and they still don't know who did it. But it's just incredible to think about that. You're going to take that, and then you're going to drink it.
Yeah, but I'd be so paranoid to hold on to something like that.
Oh,
if it's
yeah?
worth $1.3 million.
I know, I'm just wondering, like, why didn't the guy think about selling the bottle or anything? If it's made out of gold.
I mean, yeah, he could have, like, melted it down or something. Like, I don't know. He could have done something.
Yeah, he could have.
But at the same time, he also brought it back dented. What are you doing with
then
that?
Then again, the guy was probably drunk, so I can't really, like,
True.
judge
He
him or
down the whole
anything.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's made from the snow of the Swiss Alps, I guess so. But that's just one of the craziest stories that I heard from Copenhagen, Denmark. And, I mean, if you're going to steal that bottle, go big or go home. Don't return it. Just own it.
True.
Just own it.
God, I wonder how good the snow is in the Swiss anyways. Like,
Well, it must be pretty good. I mean, they said it was smooth. And, I mean, the guy got drunk enough to return it.
yeah.
So it must be that good. Maybe you, like, feel, like, a sense of morality. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have taken it, and just return it.
Well, that's the first thing I'm going to do if I go to... It's the Swiss?
Copenhagen, Denmark. But, the Swiss Alps.
gonna
The French
a
Alps.
handful of that snow and just try it out.
Maybe it's straight vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I would. Yeah. Actually, funny thing, vodka. I know that in Russia, vodka literally means little water. Like voda, it means water, but then the ka that you put at the end of the vodka makes it like cute in a way.
Huh.
Oh.
So that like the difference between vodka and water is like one letter. It's the letter K.
K.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Look at that. Today
Ain't that
I learned,
something?
Dovy.
Yeah. I don't got them, but that's something you learned today.
So every Wednesday we're thinking about just each of us getting a wacky article, and I believe Katie has a different one as well that I've definitely seen the video of, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's this viral video going around of a dolphin body checking a paddleboarder. So this is in Australia, of course. But it was like barely a week after multiple shark attacks like forced the cancellation of an international surfing contest. So I'm surprised that this dude was even brave enough to go out there. But he was like, the video is just this random person was just recording like these dolphins, swimming in the ocean. And then they pan over. And there's this paddleboarder, like, just kind of going into the waves. And there's, like, 9 dolphins perfectly lined up, just, like, coming towards him. And so, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dolphin, like, jumps up out of the water and just, like, body slams into this paddleboarder, like, knocks him off the board. It's the funniest thing. Like, you're not expecting it at all, but it's just so random. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like exams hit me like this.
Yeah,
She went
yeah.
flying like, what, a good
Oh, yeah.
5 or 10 feet, I think. Like,
Yeah.
he got rocked.
Yeah, for sure. But he apparently was a rugby player or something. And so he was like,
I can
yeah, I'm
take
used
it.
to it, It's
Yeah,
just,
no biggie.
just another day.
Cool.
Are dolphins violent or, like, aggressive? Like, do
Maybe
they...
they're trying to play. or
Yeah, they
something.
probably
Yeah.
were
Really?
trying to play. Yeah, because
Dolphins are pretty chill.
yeah, I mean, like, because the
That's what I'm
guy, when
saying.
he was talking about it, he was like, yeah, like, dolphins have never, like, caused me any harm.
They're
have any
smart,
reason
They're not,
too.
like, known
Yeah.
for violence or anything.
No, I mean,
As far
it
as I
wasn't
know.
like, it said that after the dolphin knocked him off the paddleboard, that he, like the dolphin just like left him alone, like wasn't trying to like play with him still when he got in the water. He just like wanted to knock him off, I guess. But so he wasn't like malicious. I think he was just like trying to play, I guess. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, it is very tempting to knock someone off of those things. I mean, you see the surface, it's like, oh, if I just touch you, you're going to go flying off into the wave and be lost forever.
All right, so when we come back, we'll be talking about some more wacky articles. But first, here's Sleep on the Floor Lumineers on the app.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it. No, I didn't.
Guys, what are you doing? You said sports rap. We're repping up presents for sports teams, right? No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU, after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. I gotta go for the show.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It's 8:15 on this beautiful last day of classes, and we are still talking about wacky articles that we found. So I understand, Justin, you have a pretty good one.
Yes, I have an article on Kanye West. So
Yes.
I'm not sure if everybody's been noticing, but like the past couple days, like he's back on Twitter and everything, and he's been saying a lot of crazy stuff.
Oh, this is what we needed.
Exactly. I
It's
know.
time.
I don't know. He kind of came out as a Trump supporter and everything. I don't really care about politics and everything because it freaks me out, and I just kind of stay out of it, especially
Same.
after 2016 and everything. And yesterday he went on TMZ and he said, "When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice." And then he went on to add that you were there for 400 years and it's all of y'all. It's like we're mentally imprisoned. And I was like, okay, maybe Kanye lost it. I don't know what he means by that. But then he went on to tweet later that the reason why I brought up the 400 years point is because we can't be mentally imprisoned for another 400 years. We need free thought now. Even the statement was an example of free thought. It was an idea. So my question is, what exactly, to what extent is free thought? Is this just ignorance, or is he borderline ignorance? What is this,
Is he saying that we're mentally imprisoned within our mind, that we don't have the ability to talk freely or think freely? Or are we being manipulated by the government or by other people?
Yeah, is this like a statement on propaganda?
I'm not sure if this is propaganda, just African Americans being imprisoned mentally. I have zero idea.
Is this a statement about his wife, Beyonce?
Kim Kardashian?
Kim? Okay, I know
no, that's Jay-Z, bud.
Ah,
Sorry,
wrong one.
no, you're fine.
But is it a statement about her? Maybe she's imprisoned him in his mind for 400 years or so?
I don't know. He's just now finally coming back in the spotlight. I'm not sure what's going on behind closed doors, but anybody knows at all?
I wouldn't even know what to think here, because I think pretty freely. The only thing that bothers me is that someone was like, oh, every single thought you've ever had, there's a study, it's 100, I don't know how many people, but a bunch of other people have had that exact same thought as well. Some other way, down the line, I'm like, oh, so I'm not original at all. But
I guess.
Yeah, right? But I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to think freely or what's going on through his mind. Maybe he drank that vodka from the Alps.
This is why Twitter's so complicated, because you can only say so much. In such that's a really big thing to say in such a small format, Yeah. I'm wondering if there'll be somebody that interviews him to try to get a little bit more out of that, because there's not much you can do, not much you can really
I was about to say, you just
make sense of it,
your own
really.
way, basically.
Yeah, it's hard.
But if he was in high school right now, his poetry teacher, English teacher, would be like, wow, that's so deep. But you use just the minimal amount of words to figure out and convey a thought that just grew into a bigger, wow. That was my English teacher ever was like, why'd you put so many words in there? I'm like, I'm trying to explain it.
All right.
I just don't understand what he's doing or why we have to go to Twitter to, I guess, talk about all that.
I was about to say, Twitter is a dangerous place.
It's funny for those quick little funny comments, but when you start getting to deep thoughts, it's this is not what Twitter's about. Go to Facebook.
Yeah.
You're right.
Go to Facebook where all the older people like to get in conversations about that and talk and worry about it. We're fine here on Twitter with our memes. Apparently there's a lot of new Gru memes out there, Katie. I don't know, but
she's been showing me those.
I've never get them.
I've never seen Despicable Me, but I thought they were funny already because I think I heard his accent. It's the girl one, the girl.
Yeah,
Steve Carell, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just memes where his face is photoshopped onto different things, onto Katy Perry, California, girls. I can't say it the way he does. But it's just all these different things. I don't know. It's really funny.
Well,
those are the best.
I think maybe Kanye might just be losing his mind because somebody's predicting that it's the end of the world, as we know it. So
not surprised. Okay.
There's so obviously, every now and then we get somebody who, finds a code or a numeric system, maybe in the Bible or something, and they try to come up with a date when the world would end. Last one was September 23rd, 2017. So we're good still, looks like.
Cool.
Well,
but there's a new one, and this guy's kind of a self-declared researcher and conspiracy theorist, but instead of giving a specific date, he's giving a range of time. Like he's saying that the rapture is going to happen between the months of May and December of this year, and I'm like, that's
like
not a
half
very
the year.
confident, not a very confident answer. I feel like they're probably like, it's happening at some point between today and 2049.
Well,
just letting you know.
I could say that too. I could be like, it's gonna happen between now, May, and December of 2025. Like, I'm just giving a longer range with a more, wide variety. But where does he come up with that? Why does he think the rapture,
just make up like a select few months and just like, okay, just be prepared like any day, I guess.
Yeah, he's one of the people that would, he tries to find like numeric patterns or codes in the Bible and tries to come up with something that generate. He's done this before. He came up with the September 23rd, 2017.
Oh, so
date.
it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's why you went with the wider times here.
he said a secret planet. The last one, dude, this isn't even like the rapture, the end of the world. He literally just said like that a secret planet called Nibiru was on a collision course with Earth.
Yeah, you don't know about Nibiru?
No.
Yeah, who doesn't? No, yeah, it's headed this way.
And so like zero astronomers were like, no, that's none of them believed in his theory at all. But it's just kind of crazy that people still kind of make these predictions. I remember when 2012 happened, and that was so like, I don't know, I was kind of hyped for it. It was because it all led up to that moment. You had that Mayan calendar and stuff. So there was like a really mainstream doomsday date.
Yeah. Wasn't it in December?
It was.
What was the date? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was like December 12th.
Yeah, because it was right before my birthday, and I was really bummed because I'm like, man.
Is it the day after your birthday?
No, it was like a couple 10 days before. So I was just like, if it ends right before then, like, not fair. All my siblings had their birthdays.
No, honestly, 2013 was a pretty good year, I think.
Well, maybe because we all were like freaked out by the Doomsday Project. We're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be our year. Maybe we'll die in 2013, but who cares?
Before that, there was the what do they call it? I mean, it was the when the new millennia happened. It was the year 2000.
Year 2000.
What do they call it? I can't remember the actual name for the Doomsday. They had like a certain name for it. It was like I'm blanking out.
Yeah. I think if you create, if you're going to be the guy that comes out and says that there's a doomsday, like you're giving a doomsday prediction, one, you should have to name it. So this guy should be giving a name for this range. And two, he should be giving us like a pamphlet saying what we need to do to prepare. A pamphlet of, it could be an online video now. I know we're going towards streaming and whatnot, so we can move in that direction. But if you're going to call us out and tell us what our age, like what range of years or date we have left, give it a name. And give me some instructional videos on what to do.
It's just funny because Fortnite does it better. Like I don't know if you play Fortnite, but they were teasing an asteroid in the game like for an entire 2 seasons or something, and people's controllers would vibrate at random areas in the map. They figured it out in Morse code, and it said SOS 418D5, and what that meant was SOS help. The date 418, it was April 18th, and then D5 was a grid on the map in the game that was basically saying that an asteroid was coming to hit it. And now it's a new season, and something new has changed in the game.
Well, yeah, because toward the end of it, I was going to mention that because I'm like, that's the only Doomsday thing that actually has.
But that is a video game. I mean, but still.
But
take notes, sir, whoever that guy is.
That's still really creative, too, that they were able to, like, put a puzzle in the game that people could solve.
Yeah, I love those games. But, all right, stick around. We're going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we're going to have more weird articles and the weather. So, hang out with us.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it.
No, I didn't. Guys, what are you doing?
You said sports wrap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Wrap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you wrapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady up to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
and I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this? Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap. Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. I gotta go for the show.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artist and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
What's going on? It is 8:32 a.m. in the morning, and it is not Friday. It's Wednesday, last day of classes. Wow, that's such a good feeling. That was Better Now, Post Malone, and It's Gonna Be Me in sync. And it actually is May now, so that's kind of nice. Weather's been getting really warm. I think it's gonna be like 80 at some point this week. When did you mention that was gonna happen?
Well, let me tell you, it's supposed to maybe not get up to 80. The high for today and tomorrow is 77. Friday 76. Maybe some rain Saturday and Sunday, but for the next 3 days, we're definitely good. And temperatures are going to be pretty high, upper 60s, lower 70s. It's going to be real nice. And you mentioned last day of classes, but which is, basically a national holiday for all college students. But at the same time, today is terrible because on Snapchat, all we get is the exact, the giant letters on every single Snapchat story ever. Last day of classes. And you have to go through about 20 million of them. Yes. It is LDOC. You're correct.
I just want the black and white filter.
Yes, I'm glad we all have to watch and know this
a million times.
It is the most annoying day. Same with first day of class. They're like, oh, first day of class, hate it. Last day of class, they're like, yay, love it. But they just annoy me so much. Not you guys, because I'm sure you guys don't do that.
Yeah. That happens a lot with Snapchat. I feel like if something big's going on, it snowed in April or whatever, it was everywhere. Everyone was posting about it, which is fine. But it was also we know, we understand. I mean, I guess it's for their friends who aren't don't go to school here and rub it in their face. I don't know. I guess they wouldn't be rubbing it in their faces, but. I don't know.
I'll go play in it.
Still end up
wasting time.
Well, it is a Wednesday, which means we're going to keep going. One of our favorite things to play or ponder. Would you rather? And this is actually new for all three of you. Dovy wasn't on the Wednesday show this past semester and before that, so he's never played it either. But I'm going to read you guys a bunch of would you rather questions, and I want your answer on what you would do. And definitely think it out, talk it out, and you know what? Just enjoy it. So, first one. Would you rather eat rice with every meal or eat bread with every meal? 2 carbs, both great. Bread or rice?
You know what? I would do bread because bread is quicker to make than rice.
See, but
rice,
I don't know, but bread.
Rice with anything.
Right?
Yeah. Rice is way easier to eat. I feel I don't know. Bread is just heavy sometimes. Sometimes you don't want bread, but I feel you could always eat rice.
Yeah, it's just the whole. You gotta take the rice out. You gotta put just the right amount, and then you gotta rinse it off, and then you gotta boil
that's
it.
Just laziness, in all honesty.
I don't know. Well, I'm just thinking of the long term, because you never know. Because if with every meal, if that means that I'm eating lunch at work.
So you're down to eat sandwiches for the rest of your life, or
always have toast, I guess.
I would do it for time.
You can do a lot of rice. You can steam it.
Yeah.
Boil it, fry it.
You just make it in bulk at the beginning of the week and then just reheat it, I guess. I don't know if that actually works.
You could do it in bulk, Dovy. You could make 5 cups of rice for the beginning of the week and then have a cup a day.
But
there
dude, you could, you'll get sick of anything if you have it all the time.
True.
I'm just kind of I'm thinking, you can have jam with your toast. You can have just regular bread. You don't even need to toast it.
You can have jam with your
butter on it, PB&J's.
That is true.
There's just a lot of. And there's different kinds of bread. There's totally
different kinds of rice.
You got you got the whole wheat. You got the raisin bread.
King's Hawaiian.
You don't have that much rice as far as options. You got brown rice, white rice,
jasmine, quinoa.
Okay, that's
basmati.
I think it's just apples and oranges.
Yeah.
No, you can't compare them.
Yeah, but I'm down with. I definitely the bread just. It's simple. Yeah. It's quick.
And to go back to Katie's point, I'm never tired of bread. I could eat bread with anything. Those King's Hawaiian rolls are incredible. You have to admit, every single meal I'd eat those if I could, or just raisin bread. But anywho, would you rather all electrical devices mysteriously stop working, possibly forever, or the government of the world are only run by people going through puberty? So either you have no technology or your government is run by people.
They already are.
It's not. That's not a stretch. Have you ever seen that show Revolution, where like I don't know, it was like an older show, and I used to watch it, but like that same thing happened where like everything like I guess it was like electricity, it just like stopped working, so like cars would just like stop like in the middle of the road, you know, and stuff, and it was just like crazy.
I mean, that's what people say. The EMP, like eventually we're gonna get EMP'd by like a nation, and then all our like stuff is gonna completely shut down. This is the doomsday people think, and they're like, be prepared because literally you're gonna be driving, and then you're not gonna be able to because you're gonna EMP'd. But
are you saying the tech would be gone forever, or just
possibly forever?
mysterious?
All electrical devices mysteriously stop working. Possibly forever. We don't know. We're taking that gamble. It could be maybe an hour.
See, I just feel like all technology like not working anymore would cause far more chaos than like I don't know, political leaders like being like going through puberty. Like I just feel like.
And it did specify that they're going through puberty. It doesn't specify that they're teenagers, which was what I was originally concerned about, because you don't have the full development of the frontal lobe yet. But if you, if you're just an old person that's still going through puberty,
Well,
you know,
that
like,
wouldn't be happening, would it? Do old people go through puberty?
I don't think so. I just like automatically assumed it was a teenager.
yeah, because the word puberty. But let's say like they're 40, they just happen to be like my fellow Americans. You know, it's like their voices are cracking.
that's them right now,
They got
so.
acne. It might be like some of their own medicine in a way. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to watch. So it's like
I feel like it has to be teenagers. Maybe you have that stray like old guy who's going through puberty, but
I mean
like a Benjamin Button. But
that's
I
our
don't know.
president right now. So like
You're right, and we're doing decent.
Yeah,
at this point.
I'm breathing right now.
Yeah,
You?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, I was just checking.
I don't know about Kanye, but yeah, we're all doing pretty good.
Well, God knows, yeah.
So honestly, I don't know. I feel like electrical devices not working for me anyway is usually how my life goes. So like I've been living with it forever anyway. But at the same time, Dovy make a good point. Our government's kind of already run by people going through puberty. So it's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up.
All right. Would you rather live without hot water for showers or / bath, or live without a washing machine?
I could live without hot water.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I think
like,
I could.
I really don't think I could.
I think it's a matter. I think the only reason I like, I mean, hot showers are obviously really awesome, but I feel like I could get used to it over time. You know, because if you could only take cold showers for the rest of your life, if you started out that way, like which is something actually when I was little I didn't even know about hot showers. I used to like just take cold showers, and it wasn't until
that explains it.
Yeah, it wasn't until like I was like outside for a long time. I was like freezing, and my parents were like, "No, go take a hot shower." And, like, take a hot shower, and I was like, "This is amazing." But yeah,
I guess it would like save you a lot of time too, though, because you wouldn't be spending a lot of time in the shower. You know, like I always, it's just like when it's so warm, it's just like, oh, I don't want to get out because it's gonna be cold outside. You know. But I guess you'd save a lot of time if it was like so cold. You're just like, okay, I gotta wash my hair real fast.
I mean, it's also definitely. I think cold showers are healthier for you, as well. I think I read like you could start off warm and then you need to end your shower with cold, or it's the other way around. It's one of those. But at the same time, when you're up here in Boone, I think it's so cold out that I can't. It's 50 outside, and I'm still like putting on like burning hot water because I'm cold.
Dude, I mean, having that option here in Boone though would be the worst.
Yeah.
Like you could only take cold showers here.
Yeah, exactly, right?
How's cold showers like supposed to help you anyways, though?
I think, I forget the order, but I know cold water either opens up your pores.
Yeah.
So then it helps like your hair and everything like heal or whatnot, and then the warm water closes it up so you get like all the nutrients. It's one of the, like they open and close it. I just don't know which order it's supposed to be.
Athletes take baths, like really cold baths, like ice baths and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I would just I would probably do the shower one and just try to be positive about it. You're right, because then you would only be in the shower for like 2 minutes max. You know?
Yeah, like a speed run.
Yeah,
save water.
That's true too. Yeah.
But on the other side of the break, we're going to have our relationship segment as usual here on the Morning Out, freaking out the neighborhood.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it. No, I didn't.
Guys, what are you doing? You said sports wrap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right? No, I meant Sports Wrap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this? Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap. Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. Gotta go for the show.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. I'm Justin Lundy here on the morning app. It is LDOC for App State students. Okay, I'm really excited for the summer and everything, but I'm still kind of drowning in homework and essays. But hey, summer's right around the corner. That's all the motivation I need right now.
That's exactly right. Man,
I'm drowning, but it's fine. It's fine. We are here with the relationship segment right now, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and start off a couple articles real quick. Kate.
That throws me off every time. I was like, where is that coming from?
It's like a signal for you to like start doing something. Oh no, it's time. Suit up. But no relationship article for me today. I want to have a nice little discussion with you all about, obviously, relationships in college are difficult. This is where most people say you meet, like, you know, the one, the soulmate that you're going to spend the rest of your life with and everything. So when it comes to this, how much should you maybe change for someone here in college? I was talking about the subject with a couple of my friends, and they were saying that if, you know, you're changing for the good for someone, like, I don't know, maybe you had a couple of rough things you used to do or bad habits, and this person comes into your life and starts, like, you know, persuading you to do better things, people are like, oh, that's a good thing. But then you have the other side of the spectrum, and they're like, wait, you shouldn't change for them. You should be wanting to change for you. And if you want to make that initial change first, then you're good. But you should work on yourself and all that, and then go to your significant other and be there. What do you guys think? Do you think you should change drastically or not even drastically, just if you're changing for the better for someone that you care about, should you want to do that first before and not have them change you?
Yeah, my philosophy has always been, you know, you can't change that person, but you can inspire the change. And I think you're right. I think it has to be something that the change has to be something that's gonna make you better overall, you know, and that should be the motivation. Not just for the sake of the relationship, but just like for yourself. If it's something like, hey, I don't like that you watch Marvel movies, and that's not like a reasonable thing to change. It's like who you are, you know, you like nerdy Marvel movies. But, you know, if you have been bad at keeping promises and stuff like that, you know, maybe like you can, I mean, that's something that you could work on and improve. But I think so. I think it just has to come from intrinsic value, you know?
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, yeah, the Marvel movie, obviously, it's like, oh, you stop watching Marvel movie. Yeah, she's going to hit the curb. We're not talking to her anymore if she tells me that. But with the other stuff, I mean, you mentioned, you know, changing in that way for someone about, you know, keeping promises, but wouldn't you want to, I mean, I agree with the inspired thing, but do you want to change that before, or I guess there comes a point where you're changing for someone because you want that person to continually like you. You don't want to change for yourself. You're changing for that person.
Yeah, and I think at the beginning of a relationship, that's when, like, if there are, like, serious concerns, like, things, you know, you're like, okay, I really don't like that you do this, you know, like, what are your, you know, like, and just be open about that. I feel like that would probably help with that, you know, just so that, I don't know, just to see how they feel about it, rather than, like, trying to, like, slowly, like, persuade them to do, like, what you want. Like, you need to be honest with them, like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the being open part about, especially at the beginning, like, hey, what do you, like, I do this, this, and this. What do you think of that, that, and that? And then, you know, oh, I like 2 out of the 3. You know, I'd prefer if you didn't do it just because, oh, it's unhealthy or it's not, you know, right, morally sound, like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, any of that, I think is fine. But then at the same time, if you're this complete, like, one person where you're, I don't know, going out all the time, getting, I don't know, blackout drunk, you don't go to church, you don't, you know, do any of that, and then all of a sudden you meet this person, you're like, oh, I'm going to start going to church, going to start doing all that. Like, that's great, but I wouldn't want you to do that because that person, you know, changed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, just, like, change yourself for the better. It's not, I say, like, before you, like, change yourself for, like, I guess your significant other, just, like, do some self-love first. I don't know, like, self-analyze yourself before you do any, like, other type of stuff. To, like, change yourself, like, dramatically, I guess.
Well, and especially, like, that kind of change, like, so drastic, like, if it's really, like, just the person changing so that the person will continue to like them, it's not going to be a long-lasting change. Like, that on down the road, like, there's going to be another problem. Like, it's going to come back up, and then that'll be just another fight.
Yeah. No, you're right. But, I mean, I agree with Dovy. I think having someone inspire you to be a better person is a good thing. It's just, I guess, to an extent, where do you cross that line?
Yeah, don't let, I mean, I would always say don't let anybody else be responsible for your happiness. You should always do what you got to do to be, you know, to do what you need to do to be happy. And so I think, if you go by that approach where you're just changing because you want to keep that person in your life that makes you happy, then it's kind of not the right way to go about it. At least I don't think so. I think the best way to do it is to be happy on your own and do the things that make you a better person that will make you happy, and then the relationship will click from there, Yeah. Because good people just attract good people,
Yeah. No,
it's
you're
pretty
right.
simple.
And
Oh, and also, like, speaking of good people, I found an article earlier about trying to find, like, others, online and everything when it comes to finding happiness. And Facebook is about to launch another, a completely new dating app, basically. Like, I guess they're trying to, like, compete with Tinder and other dating websites out there. Do you guys think this is, like, really necessary, though? Like, I guess for Facebook in general? Like,
I don't know, man. Facebook has been doing so much stuff. One problem that I had with Facebook, because I feel like as time goes on, less and less people are like, oh, I really like Facebook. I feel like they're overcomplicating themselves, like they're starting to get really confusing as to what they are, if that makes sense.
Yeah, wasn't it, like, originally intended for, like, college students?
Yeah, it was just really simple. Like, you just make friends online, or you keep track of them. You make statuses and stuff. But now it's like there's so many things you can do on Facebook, and they're just kind of adding another feature to it that might make it a little bit tricky to use.
No, Facebook's always been, like, just recently at least, like, getting on, like, it's so overwhelming. Like, I never go through, like, the little news feed.
No, me neither.
There's just so many videos, so many, like, random things, like, ads, and, like, I just can't, like, even find, like, all the good stuff. It's just, like, too much. Like, I get overwhelmed, so I don't really get on anymore. But, yeah.
But I could see why they were trying.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely trying to save face, too, because of all the negative publicity they've been getting about, like, the privacy, and it's been leaked.
So the one place that has, leaked all our privacy info has decided to make a relationship app where they know all our stuff and they share it with everyone else. This cannot fail.
If you already, like, have a Facebook, do we just, like, leave all our stuff there? Like, will Facebook, like, make it for us?
Well, it said that it gears it toward people who are marked single. So even people who don't, like, change their relationship status but are in a relationship will still, I guess, be geared toward. It's totally optional. You don't have to, like, opt in. Like, you have to opt into it if you want to do it. But at the same time, again, I understand why they're doing this. They're trying to compete with everything else because Facebook has kind of gotten old and, like, bland, and they're trying to compete with Tinder and all those other things. And if anything could, like, be actually really good, probably Facebook, with how many, like, if they can dissect, I think they said there's gonna be formulas, but if they can dissect, like, what videos people share, what videos and pages people look at, and then match them based on that, like, I feel like that could be good. But at the same time, you're sharing personal information. I'm not sure I trust them to do it correctly and to keep it a secret.
I actually have a friend who, my roommate was talking about, he was working on a paper about coming up with a dating website based off of music as algorithms. So like, imagine if, like, Spotify used the music that you listen to come up with a profile for you and to match you with other people.
That'd be crazy.
Because honestly, what's the first thing that you usually do when, like, you click with somebody that, like, if I see somebody with, like, an Arctic Monkeys tattoo, we're, like, instant friends, I mean,
it's like, but at the same time, there's also the people that you fall for that, maybe have completely different music tastes you just haven't explored.
Yeah.
In that regard, which then it could, it's like you're only limiting yourself. That's why, I don't know. All the algorithms are great and everything, but at the same time, you might just be limiting yourself.
You probably should just talk to people.
Yeah,
face to face.
Yeah. That's too easy.
Maybe tell people exactly how you feel. That'd be easy.
That'd be nice.
Very
Good
easy.
to know.
That'd be nice. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this and you guys could tell us exactly how you feel about the new crew as they'll be back hopefully next semester. That's going to be the final morning app for us this year. For Katie, Dovy, and Justin, I'm Joshua, and hopefully we'll see you next year. Have a great exam schedule.